What's up guys, how you doing? If you haven't been to my channel before, my name's Flip Scrub. I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. Today we're talking about something I've been using for about 6-7 months now. Now I'm not one for doing reviews the day after I get something, unless it's something that really doesn't need a lot of thought. But I got this. It's the Andycine A6 PLUS version 1. About 6-7 months ago, it was sent by Andycine to me for review. And I've been testing it ever since, and I gotta tell you, after using it for nearly every single day, I absolutely love this monitor. It costs about $230. It's 5.5 inches, which is a good size for a monitor, especially for an on-camera monitor or a gimbal monitor. It has 4K in and loop out, which is fantastic because you can, for example, connect a wireless transmitter, have this on your camera, have this transmitting an image to your focus puller, your director, you know, that is fantastic. It has LUTs. You can install LUTs, so you can see exactly what your image is going to look like with your LUT installed. Awesome little thing. Now the display is an IPS, it has a great viewing angle, it is full HD, it isn't 4K, it's full HD, what you actually see. What you get is this funky little hard soft case with a handle. And inside, you get the sunshade, which is really simple, it's just like plastic. You get the monitor. Now the sunshade is really simple. This guy, by the way, is running at 450 nits, so it's pretty good for shooting outside. But the sunshade obviously does help. Now the sunshade looks like this, so it does cover the monitor really nicely, and it's really simple to get on and off. It just has a few notches and that's it. When it's on, it's on. If you want to take it off, it's really simple to get off, and as you saw, it's all Velcro, so it just it just looks like that. It's really simple. What else do you get in here? If you're lucky enough, you will get a DC adapter. You will get a swivel arm, so for example, you can connect this via cold shoe to your hot shoe, and you can put your monitor on and swivel it around. That's really helpful. And you get, obviously, the most important bit, apart from the monitor, a mini HDMI cable. Now, a great feature of this monitor is the back of it. I'm not lying. Right there, you have input for a Sony NP-F970 or a Canon LP-E6 right there. And just to prove it to you, here's a Sony battery. Right there. One side, you got Sony. If you use this little lever here, you can click it out. And on the other side, we have Canon. So you can actually run two types of batteries on this monitor, that is awesome. Now, the actual build quality of this guy, if you guys can see that, well, if you can see yourselves right there, it's completely plastic. It is fully plastic, but it's one of those kind of monitors that you feel is really solid. I still have like the protective plastic on the front of it. I don't like scratching my stuff up. Anyway, let's look around it. On top, you have your on-off switch right here. You have a 1/4-20, and you have your manual button right there. It's actually a scroll wheel, and you can press it in. On the other side, you have another 1/4-20. At the bottom, you have a 1/4-20, DC in, and a SD card right there. Now, the SD card is really cool because you can do firmware updates, which I did a month ago, and you can also import your own LUTs. Right here, we have your HDMI in and your HDMI out, which is awesome, as well as a DC out to power your camera. You're right, this monitor has it all. I was actually really shocked with this monitor because I wasn't expecting it to be so awesome. I wasn't expecting the quality of the image to be so perfectly clear, and I wasn't expecting it to have all these extra functions. For a $230 monitor, it really does an amazing job. Now, I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to show you exactly what it can do. So let's power up the camera, let's turn it on, and let's check it out. Right, so let's turn this monitor on, hold, let go when it comes on green. You'll have the intro screen, then you have to give it a second just to connect with the camera. And there we are. Yep, that's me. I feel like I'm being watched somewhere, but okay. Right, so this is very simple. Top left-hand side, you have the actual battery level, which is really, really cool. If you roll this little wheel on top, the menu wheel, it will change the backlight. It does happen quite slowly, so if you want to do it really quickly, just hold on the side of the screen and it will change the backlight really quickly. Same on the right-hand side here, you can change the volume, which comes out the headphone jack right there. Now, if you press the menu button, you can change, for example, focus assist. So right there, that's me, you can see focus assist is on. Press it again, it will turn off histogram. There's the histogram. And you can go through all of this. You can turn on all the waves, for example, so you have as much information as possible on your screen at one time. Now, we can turn that off again, right there. Now, if you want to get into your full menu where you have all the options, all you have to do is double click on the screen as a touch screen. So double click it and up comes your menu. Now, if we go into the first part, we have all waves, which you just saw. You can turn that on and off here. You saw the parade, vector, histogram, focus assist, audio meter, and we also here have zebra. So we can turn on the zebra and you can see if anything is overexposed or not. You can change the zebra value. The monochrome, you go through red, blue, green, and gray. So you can concentrate just on your contrasts. False color, pretty cool, especially for a monitor of this price. That is really amazing. You can see how well that works. You have the false color scale at the bottom right there. Now, if we go here, you have your 9 grid, which I have turned on because I like to have that on. My safety marker you can turn on and you can go through all the different formats right there, so that is really, really helpful. If you want to have the marker mat, you can turn on the marker mat and you can actually change the transparency around it so you can really concentrate on what you're filming. And you can change the marker color, so you can go from blue, yellow, green to all the different colors. If you go down once more, you have underscan mode. That's what I'm on at the moment. You have your video aspect, you can have it to auto. Anamorphic mode, so you can go into the squeeze mode, which is pretty cool. And you can also have flip. So for example, I know my neon is on this side, so now I know exactly where I'm facing, which is really helpful if you're filming yourself as a YouTuber. You can zoom and you can freeze, but you can also zoom just by doing this. That is an absolutely awesome feature. Pinch to zoom. So let's get back in here. You have a freeze frame, which is excellent. And here you have something I absolutely love, which is the LUT switch. Right there. This is with the LUT off, so that is exactly what my screen looks like filming in HLG2. If I turn it on, that is what it will look like when my LUT is on. So that is really, really helpful. You can import LUTs, which is really simple. You put an SD card right down here, it will import it very quickly and you can go through them. You can change your color temperature, your brightness, your contrast, your sharpness. Down here we have what your wheel does, so you can actually change what your wheel does, which is helpful. Your language, your transparency, your OCD time, volume, reset, and your firmware update. And that is it. This monitor, ladies and gentlemen, is fantastic, and I am a very big fan of it. I use it, like I said, every day for the last 6-7 months, and I feel that it's a monitor that I can highly recommend. Hands down, one of the best I've used. And like I said, I've used Smallhd, I've used Atomos, and I do love them both, and they are fantastic companies. But if you're looking for a budget monitor for $230, something like this, with 2 battery inputs, as well as a DC in, and with the version 2, you have USB-C, this is a fantastic monitor that you cannot go wrong with. You really cannot go wrong with this monitor. I know Andycine is going to be sending me their brand new C7 monitor soon, which is the 7-inch version of this. I can't wait for that. So if you guys have any questions at all, just drop them in the comments below. Sorry about my greasy fingers, but washing my hands 50 times a day has left me overusing cream like crazy. But anyway, drop the comments below, give my film a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll be catching you on the next film, which is probably gonna be awesome and cool, and you're gonna love it. Just hang in there.